The sun was just beginning to rise over the hills of Galilee. A soft golden light spread across the waters, and the air was calm. On the shore stood Jesus Christ, looking out over the sea, not just seeing the waves, but seeing the hearts of people who needed hope. This was not just a journey across land. It was a journey into the hearts of men. One by one, he called them. "Follow me," he said to fishermen casting their nets. And something about his voice, full of authority, yet gentle with love, made them leave everything behind. Peter the Apostle dropped his nets. John the Apostle left his father's boat. Matthew the Apostle walked away from his tax table. They didn't fully understand, but they knew their lives would never be the same. Day after day, they walked with Jesus, through villages, across mountains, into cities filled with broken people. They saw things no ordinary men had ever seen. The blind opened their eyes. The lame stood and walked. The sick were healed with just a touch. But more than miracles, they saw love in action. Jesus didn't avoid sinners, he ate with them. He didn't reject the broken, he restored them. He didn't condemn the weak, he lifted them. And slowly, the disciples began to understand. This journey was not about power, it was about compassion. One night, they were crossing the sea. The sky turned dark. The wind howled. Waves crashed against their boat. Fear gripped their hearts. "Master, we are going to die," they cried. But Jesus stood, calm in the chaos. He raised his hand and said, "Peace, be still." Instantly, the storm obeyed. The wind stopped. The sea became quiet. The disciples looked at one another in awe. Who is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? In that moment, their faith grew stronger. Every step of the journey was a lesson. Jesus taught them how to pray. He taught them how to forgive. He taught them how to love, even their enemies. He told them, "Do not store treasures on earth. Store treasures in heaven. Whoever wants to be great must serve." The greatest commandment is this: love God and love others. These weren't just words. They were a new way of life. Sometimes, Jesus would take them away from the crowds, up on quiet mountains, away from noise and distractions. There, they saw his glory. There, they heard the voice of God. There, their faith deepened. They realized this journey was not just physical, it was spiritual. But not every moment was easy. Jesus began to speak about suffering, about rejection, about the cross. The disciples didn't understand. How can the one who heals be hurt? How can the king suffer? Yet Jesus continued forward, because his journey had a purpose greater than anything they could imagine. As they entered Jerusalem, crowds cheered. "Hosanna," they shouted. But Jesus knew the same voices would soon change. Still, he walked forward, not in fear, but in love. He had come not just to teach, but to save. Even after the journey seemed to end, it had only just begun. The disciples, once afraid and uncertain, became bold and fearless. Because they had walked with Jesus. They had seen his power. They had felt his love. They had experienced his truth. And now, they carried his message to the world. This journey was not just for them. It is for you. No matter where you are, no matter what you are going through, Jesus is still calling. Follow me. And if you do, your life will never be the same.